really wanted to capture the multiple services that these guys provide and the help that they do for just the various landowners around here.
This was a project that was a coordinated effort between multiple jurisdictions and agencies to remove the California 5-spine Eps from a stand of property that was owned through the city of Mosier. ODF had a grant with the city of Mosier, and we were hired from them to come in here and do a urban logging job. Property resides along Highway 30, which is a scenic corridor, 84, which is a scenic corridor. There's railroads, senior centers, power lines, cemeteries, Mosier Creek, all kind of here, if you will, on our landing. So we came in here late November, pulled out, I don't know, 50,000-60,000 board feet of dead pine, and then had a effort to remove all the slash and do 100% cleanup before the first flight of beetles. It was a complicated job just because of all the different people involved, hikers, landowners. Also, there was a grant and an agency that were also overseeing the project. But the completion of it, the successful completion of it, was very good. It is nice to be able to look up on the hillside and not see a whole entire hill of dead pine. A variety of dead pine trees here that were dispersed through the area that we had to remove. I mean, an example of is, here's the park bench, and here's trees that we were cutting out, and we had to log right in this area with 100% cleanup. And so, again, this is just kind of the complexity of the job here. Was, not only was, a very famous hiking trail, senior center, park benches, with kind of your typical urban forest setting, and the expectation is that we had to, there was some commercial harvest that had to be done in here, and also 100% cleanup. Our goal was not to even leave kind of a pine needle behind, so we had to hit all of those objectives for this job.
I can't imagine how a rural community would have been so panicked about this large spread of dead forest that we were now trying to figure out, was it going to spread farther? How were we going to deal with it? How were we going to figure out, they're just the best approach and best management practices. We didn't know any of it, and so it was really working with Paul that helped us to put something down on paper and create some kind of strategic plan that would get us through and forward into the future too. So we have a plan for the future, because we're going to be dealing with this for the next couple of years.
So to be able to come in and look at a stand and have the science and the education behind it and know what needs to be done in order to get it done right, and then obviously we are a logging company, so being able to actually do it and then move beyond that, whereas most people would pull out and then leave the landowner with the slash burning and the replanting, we can come in and take care of that, and also take care of the replanting as well, which is a huge stress relief for the landowner, and get it done right the first time. So being able to be that diverse really opens up almost anything to us as to where we go for work and who we provide services for.
Over the last couple years here in Hood River, I think we've filed over 60 notifications for small landowners, and those are ranging from 10, 12 trees in people's backyards to people that own 1,000 acres. And our management kind of encompasses the entire project, and consulting with the landowners and what their objectives are for each piece of property. So we are very hands-on in each project to make sure that the intent of every project is met.
The project at the end of the day is encouraging to look at. It's, as appealing as logging can be to the eyes, even though it's kind of destructive by nature. And we don't have rutting, we don't have scar ups everywhere. It's very kind of neat and clean. And so a quality job, and that's kind of what's gotten us where we are today.